you don't have to know about things with everything that's out there. So you have all this at your fingertip, more than the Library of Alexandria and all of that.
Yeah.
But when are you asking these questions?
And that's the smallest part of what a smartphone is about, or a smart device is about.
Hold up.
What happened?
Dallas, you recording?
Oh, no. You recorded, DA?
You know I'm not recording.
We always supposed to be recorded, bro. Come on.
Right.
Let's get it right. Let's get it right.
Start the episode.
Let's get it right.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Kings is definitely in the building.
Yes, sir. We in the building.
You already know who that was.
Dollars.
Already. You already know who this is. Boston's unofficial mayor.
No lie. Yeah.
Oh man, those drinking.
With no
That's
Aubrey.
his favorite artist.
Whoa.
Whoa. Blasphemy already.
Yeah, slow down.
From the DA.
Yeah.
We already kicking it.
Okay.
So, take it away, Dollars.
All right, so I saw this sign, or I shouldn't say sign, but someone did like a graffiti thing. And it said, how, when, why does it matter? Okay. I thought that was interesting. And what came to mind for me was decisions. And do we really think about that? When do our decisions matter? How do they matter?
Okay, so decisions to what? I got you.
Why do our decisions matter? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm just gonna throw that out there for you guys. Well,
I think it's okay. So when you said that,
what comes to mind for you when you hear that?
When I hear the phrase that you said, like the thing you saw.
Sure. Yes.
Or like I wasn't thinking about that though.
Oh no. Well, initially I wasn't gonna ask that. I was asking you about decisions and why, and when, how do they matter?
I think it's all subjective. The DA talking, I think it's subjective because you're like, how do my decisions matter? Then it depends on what the thing is that I'm deciding about or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When do my decisions matter? It's easy, always.
Okay.
Because the decisions that I'm making for me or whatever.
There you go.
What's the other one?
What'd you do?
What was it?
Why and how,
why do they matter?
When do they matter?
When do they matter? How do they matter?
Yeah.
Is that it? How do my decisions matter? I don't even understand the question. That was what that is. How do my decisions matter? I don't know.
I want to go back and look at it. I took a picture of it just to make sure I'm getting the how part right.
Oh, right.
Before I go into that, let's just swing the mic to the mayor and let him.
Don't swing it to me because
Yeah, what do you think? Like,
I don't like. It was like when I heard it, I'm still trying to contemplate the actual phrase, the initial phrase. Yeah, I can't wait till we get a camera up in here so y'all can saw my face. Like the fuck am I listening to? Like when, how,
what decisions matter?
What matters? I don't know. Like, or what doesn't matter? I don't know.
Right.
As far as decisions, I get, at least for me, it's like everything that I do matters. And so I put thought, that's what I believe. Everything that I do matters. So I put thought into everything I do. Just because it may not come out the way that most people wanted it to see, it came out the way that I wanted to do. I don't know how the outcome's gonna come out majority of the fucking times. I try to plan ahead for that shit, but I know anything's a possibility.
Right.
So, cause I'll even take bowling as an example.
Take what?
Bowling. You can throw the ball the same way every single time, standing in the same spot, right? But just because you do that, theoretically, every time it's supposed to be a strike if you get a strike the first time if you keep doing the same action. As a person that does bowling or goes bowling,
Yeah.
I can tell you, I've done what the instructor said and stand from the same spot and do the same thing, and it never comes out 10 times out of 10 times.
So
everything matters. If you think like everything matters, then everything does matter. But how I see society look is that only certain things matter and should be treated as such.
Like, I don't know where it fits in there, but I feel like you were saying that dollars in your initial thing of it, well, at least it made me think of thinking into your decisions, like, you know what I mean, like thinking about what your decisions do. And I feel like that goes right back into something we talked about as far as like thinking things through. You have a belief, you decided to believe something. What does that mean then?
Right. That should now be something that is a filter for every other decision that you make as you move forward.
Right, if you're saying you truly believe in whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I know, that's where I'm at with it, and that's why I see with the mayor.
The mayor.
Right. So, again, I definitely want to, first and foremost, salute. Because definitely feeling where y'all are going with it. To follow that reasoning, you know what I'm saying? Like, naturally, it feels, you know what I'm saying, right? Having had more time, obviously, to think on it, I've contemplated a few different ways, and it's like, like you said, realistically, every decision that we make matters all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the how is that it will always have ramifications. It's like the butterfly effect. It really doesn't matter how small the decision is that you're making. In reality, it has a ripple effect on what the next choices and possibilities are that are available to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to change the conditions of other things as you now move through space. So, again, you can't really, that's why, again, every moment is its own. Every decision is important because, or should be considered sincerely, because you can't go back, you know what I'm saying, and retake that, you know what I'm saying, retake that moment, you know what I'm saying, in terms of how you decide to respond or act or, you know what I'm saying, what have you. So again, it's all about, which is why I think a lot of things are about momentum and again, building up. Building up the value, you know what I'm saying, of your word through your actions, basically. That's what I came back around to.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I don't know, it was just a random thing to see, and I thought it was dope, and like I said, it made me contemplate. So again, moving aside from decision, you know what I'm saying, just the phrases.
Because that's just the first thing you came up
Yeah,
with when
exactly.
you saw it. That wasn't necessarily
what it was, or what it has to be associated.
Yeah,
with.
what did it say again exactly?
Yeah, that's what I'm still searching.
Oh, like what did you say it said though? Like I can't remember.
How, when, why does it matter?
Does it matter? That's what the part of it was like. Does it matter? Bless.
Thank you.
And then yeah, like just with those words up there, if I had seen something that said that, my response or what I would think would be, it depends.
Yeah, that's your universal response. FYI.
Because I feel like that's the realistic answer. Like, there's no set down the law type of thing.
But I understand what you're saying when you say it. I definitely do again, everything is circumstantial.
Right.
Because, again, I don't think that people should go around and kill other people. But at the same time, if someone attacks me, I'm not going to restrict myself from not killing that person.
Right.
My job is to defend myself first and foremost.
Right. Like, I'm looking at it like it says how and why and then does it matter, right? So you be like, how did that cat get up there? And the response could be, does it matter?
Right. There it is. Why, how, when does it matter? So they put it in a different order. But
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's what you
Same
said,
thing,
though.
yeah.
But does it matter? So that's like saying you have a certain thing that you got or whatever. So, like, I need to get this money or whatever. And say, you're like, how do I need to get it? When you get it? And then the last thing you're asking is like, does this matter? Like, am I actually investing my time in something
Why,
that's
how,
worthwhile?
when does it matter? Oh, okay. I see.
At least that's another interpretation of it.
No, and actually reading it now, I see it more clearly as the
that
way
way?
you just defined it. Yeah.
Nothing matters but the money.
Please.
Matters but me, the number one player in this world. Like, I need a one up. Which means somebody you gotta take out.
That's not how you get a one up in Mario.
It's not, but that's how people seem to think it works in real life.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
I'm just following the real life rules of Mario. Like, people's like, Mario's fake. Because you don't just get one ups for doing stuff for free. You don't get extra stuff just for doing stuff.
So
you
that's
better
not
tear
true.
that nigga down, make sure he don't get it.
Right, so we know that's not accurate, obviously, in first and foremost. But then B, is that real in terms of having to follow the norm? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, again, earlier I was talking to my kings and, was telling them about poor service experience that I'm dealing with, you know what I'm saying? And in the business world, and it's like, people do things because they feel like that's the norm. That's how business operates, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to get as much from each client as you can or whatever, juice them for all their worth type mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? Is that what we're supposed to do, really?
I think it's a difference between supposed to and like as you said, what's the norm? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
so this is what's become the norm. So people look at it like
Right.
they mix it up with it's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I don't know. Like, and it doesn't have to be that way. Of course not. In my mind, I'll say of course not. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's a thing of when you're in any given situation, people tell you you're not supposed to act like this, or you're supposed to act like that, or some such thing like that. So I don't know. It comes down to what you accept. I'm like, how I am in my own situations with just beliefs and things. It's I think what I think. I'm not going to say you're wrong or what you think, but you're not going to tell me I have to think differently or that I'm wrong.
Right. Yeah. But it's really hard to be around or to talk intelligence around stupid people. And when it comes to subjects like these, that seem to get personal, people get really defensive for no reason.
I mean, because it's not for no reason though. It's because you're attacking their whatever at that time, even if it may be fluid or not, whether it's solid or fluid, it's their core belief. So that evokes a defensive response.
But
Instead of what we think, which is like, oh, okay, let me hear what else you got to say about it.
Right.
Tell me why you think that I'm wrong about this.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not saying that we're actually attacking their core belief. That's just the perception of the public of their interaction.
Right, because
Yes.
the thought or the ideas end up attacking the core belief if they try to take it in through that filter. It's like, hold on, that's you dissing me?
Right.
You saying I'm less than you?
It's
saying you
interesting.
smarter than me.
Yeah,
Saying
it's
I'm dumb?
interesting too what people will actually latch onto in terms of, you know what I'm saying, habits and true beliefs, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to use the term true belief right now because, I mean, it's what they actually do in life as opposed to whatever
Oh, I got you.
category of
That they say they
belief
believe or whatever. I got you. So it's the practice.
Interesting. Go on.
The practiced belief.
Yeah, exactly. But it's interesting what people will latch on to, you know what I'm saying? Many times not even really recognizing it because it's just kind of what, again, has gone on around you, which
Right.
you've been, you know, the environment that you were raised in. So
That's why you can't automatically fault people for it. Like, you try to work with them. Frustration comes in with the defensiveness. Like,
nurture nature.
I'm not trying to attack you. Like, once I make that clear, you're still defensive, then what am I doing?
Right.
I'm wasting my time now.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to get into a lot of conversations with people, and I have to go into it saying that, look, I'm not attacking you.
Mhm.
I am just saying that you are selfish.
Don't, I mean, okay, so am I wrong for being like annoyed with feeling like I have to coddle people through conversations?
Because that's what I'm trying not to do when I say the word selfish. I'm just getting strictly to the point.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
I
not-
don't feel like you're
No.
being like whatever, but the fact that you have to preface it with that type of statement, like,
Right.
I'm not trying to, like, just like I have to do for situations or whatever, like, listen, I love you as a person. I'm not saying this to blah, blah, blah. I'm looking out for you, and then say whatever it is. Why do I have to go through all this extra?
Okay, so I guess the rationale behind that is that people by nature are defensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Are they?
You would say they
I feel
they
like
bitches.
so. I think it's different. I
Let's
think
say-
the defensive. I
let's
think
say
you're
many
right.
people are.
I'll say you're right, but I think the defensive is
Not all,
different.
obviously. So we don't operate in extremes, people. FYI, when we say these things, it's to get a point across without having to dissect into percentages and points and shit like that.
Yeah, because then y'all get bored because we like that shit and y'all don't. So go ahead.
But yeah, I don't think that everyone is like that. But again, people instinctively react by defending their position. You know what I'm saying? And if your idea again presents itself as an adversary to me, that's how it's going to go down. So when you open up with the statement of "I'm not coming at you," you
That
know what I'm
disarms
saying?
them.
It's to try to disarm the person and let them know, like,
Why? But like, stop. Can I disarm them? You can't. It depends on how you disarm them, right? Like,
Facts.
listen, don't be a bitch, but you're an asshole sometimes. Like, I disarmed them first, like, right? Like, that's just my way of disarming in that moment. Like, I could, but I'm a considerate person, so I do the same thing. I say all these things before, depending on who I'm talking to and stuff, because I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or whatever. My issue is that I annoy myself by having to go through this extra step every time, that I gotta make sure that I say this beforehand, or else that's gonna be a whole nother conversation that's gonna sidetrack the actual thing I'm trying to talk about.
I guess again, it's there's also, I guess, what you got to do is, you know, the whole assessment on people's responses. You know what I'm saying? You try to start off in a pretty neutral but natural, you know what I'm saying, level of conversation in terms of give and take.
Right.
And it's only when you see that somebody might start getting agitated that you start trying to be
You
more
give that placating type of
exactly. Like, let me say it full out for you and take my time to really like explain the nuance, because you're not picking up on what I'm saying right now. Because if
Right.
you were picking up on what I'm saying, you wouldn't be getting upset. You wouldn't be offended, because you know I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just trying to actually speak to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people don't always, you know what I'm saying, like I said, they don't always, they can't get back to that, you know what I'm saying, without being disarmed, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Without you purposely and, you know what I'm saying, directly bringing down, you know what I'm saying, the temperature.
So you think if you went in a public forum, right, and you were gonna give some type of speech about something or whatever, and you preface it by saying like, there's gonna be profanity in this, and all the, you know, I'm gonna swear sometimes, I'm gonna raise my voice, whatever, and then go into it, you think people will still be when you're like,
Yes.
this motherfucker?
I think it'll still catch some people off guard. But having said what you said, and somebody there to be like, he did mention he would swear from time to time. You know, it can help, again, that person to ease back, again, off of their defensive mechanism. Not everybody, again, because there's the, you know, really hardcore people, traditionalists.
That takes the fun. Okay, I gotta keep it funky. Mm-hmm. That takes the fun out of shit. Like, I want a real reaction to something. I don't want to have to like manipulate you about how you're feeling about shit. I want to tell you what I gotta say, and then you take it at what it is. Like that. Like, I understand people do get sidetracked and stuff. It pisses me off. Like the fact that you could be having a real conversation about something and you're just like, shit, and then you keep going and like, dude, I can't deal with profanity and no, like you're swearing and like. You're forgetting the whole conversation just because you heard that?
Yeah.
Like, you're killing me right now. Like, I understand it. Like, we live in the real world and things are as they are.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, but I again go back to I don't like the whole conforming thing. Like, I feel how I feel about shit. Y'all should meet me where I'm at.
I was about to say it's not your
It's all
job
about looking
to-
out for the minority, right? I'm the only nigga that's saying this, then you gotta work with me. Like, come on.
Alright. We are definitely we've done our thing. We had a great one. This was a good little segment. So
Just a little chat about something like the other things. You want to talk about other things.
but that's what we do. So we're gonna wrap up though. You know what I'm saying? Come back around to it. Go around the table. Man, we'll start with you. Your thoughts on again the decision making conversation and you know what I'm saying, the other general discussion pieces, whatever you like to comment on and then close out, bro.
They don't got the camera yet, so you can't see he was in deep thought about this the whole time. So he's gonna have an amazing.
No, that's not
Yo, this dude's an asshole, bro.
Let's paint a very real picture. We're gonna paint
Because he had the same look on his face that I had on mine. Like, I don't know about this.
His face was, wait a minute, I have to really put thought behind that. Let's.
Yo.
So, you know, that just came to mind. So.
Good. Well, you know, all kings say great shit. That's what makes them kings, right? But
Some truth.
real shit. Seeing the actual picture of where the quote came from or the meme came from, it made me think about what DA said about depending on like situations. And I think most people don't think like that. They think like in a monolith, like everybody does this, I have to do this, no matter what the situation is. This is the same people that say that there's a proper way to protest or to emotion, to show your feelings or emotions. And I tell people all the time, you can never judge a reaction if you hit a wall with your bare hand. And I know I've done this plenty of times. Sometimes the wall will break. And sometimes it's your hand.
Right.
You can't judge what's gonna happen, but because the last time you punched the wall and nothing happened, you never know what the next time's gonna be. So, yeah, who, how, when doesn't matter. Always, to me, and like again, when I saw that shit, I was like, it's a direct opposite of what I think. Because to me, everything matters. But I can see from different perspectives how people look at my decision. I think what I'm doing matters, and they're like, well, what about this? I'm gonna say, fuck that. That doesn't matter. I'm doing this. So I can see even when I'm thinking that my situation, it matters to me from a different perspective, it's gonna be, I did it because your reasons don't matter, but mine does. So yeah, it was a really good conversation, a really good. It gave me a really good thought behind the shit. So yeah, That thought face was an actual what the fuck thought face.
Word. It's the DA. I don't really have nothing else to say about it. Like, I have no further thoughts. I'm just kind of like taking into perspectives, because what the man said is a definitely clear way to see it and think about it. And what I said, I think, fits as well. So, I mean, I don't feel like they're conflicting. I feel like it's all kind of in the process of thinking about the same shit. Mm-hmm. And you hit it on the head with the, I think along the same lines that I think people think almost like monolithically about something. Like, if you get a question, then this has to be the answer, and it's the answer all the time. Mm-hmm. And I just can't see it like that. I can't help but ask questions and want to know reasons, even reasons for the question. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ask me, how are you doing today? If I say why, you shouldn't look at me crazy. Like, you can answer in any type of real term or whatever, but like, don't look at me crazy. So I don't know. I dug it. It was a nice little thought-provoking thing. I actually saw a similar, because that looked like it was like signed on like a bar or something like that, or like a sandwich shop or something, like one of those shop signs. I saw one that was the Morty, when he was saying, you know, everybody's gonna die and nobody belongs anywhere, just come watch TV or whatever. Like, I saw a similar thing, but it just made me think of that again, and I'm like, yeah, that's like, that's really what life is. Like, you could say nothing matters, or you could say everything matters in my mind. In either way, you just keep it moving after that.
Right.
I mean, you gotta, I don't know, and just be happy with, you have to be settled with your decision. You don't have to be happy with it, but you have to be settled with the fact that you made that decision. So, does it matter? It's up to you. You have to deal with the consequences. So, whatever, it can matter or not. That's where I'm at with it.
I like that.
All that when he had nothing to say.
Yeah, the king.
Because that was a flowing thought. I don't have nothing like
that's how kings do their thing. Oh man,
I want to talk more. I want to hear more from y'all so I can talk more.
Let me go ahead and close out. Let me close out and salute my kings first and foremost. Amazing conversation as always. Yeah, I definitely still feel like, you know, again, it made sense to me to say, as the fellow king said, every decision we make really matters. But at the same time, there's different values to it. You know what I'm saying? Based on the actual circumstances of the situation and what, you know what I'm saying, its impact is in the short term as well as the long term. So, you know, again, people don't think deeply sometimes and go back and consider, and it's very important, I think, that the question being posed, as we were talking about earlier, because people need to take the time to sit back and really weigh how their decisions in their life have shaped them. And when you do that, then you can get an idea of why and how valuable each of your future decisions are. Sometimes if you don't consider, again, what the impact has been as you've gone through life, then you don't understand, you know, the weight of each new decision that you're making. And that's gonna, again, have a huge impact on how your life is gonna turn out. You can have joy, you can have happiness, but you can have sorrow, but you're gonna always also have sorrow and pain. You can't get rid of them. But at the same time, you can build towards more positive over negative. I definitely believe that. So again, a big part of that, understanding the value of your decisions. So be out there, be heard. We want to hear from you. Keep the conversation going. Niggas talk. Peace.
Love, love, dub, dub.
Yeah, come here, niggas talk. Come here, niggas talk. Come here, niggas talk. Listen to niggas talk. Come here, niggas talk. Come here, niggas talk. Come here, niggas talk. Come hear the story of a king. Looked down from his throne but never felt big. Come hear the story of a king. Destined for greatness, but every step was a sting. Come hear the story of a king. He looked for justice, but all he found was hatred. Come hear the story of a king. He had a dream, but every day was a nightmare. Yeah, come here, niggas talk. Come here, niggas talk. Come here, niggas talk. Yeah, listen to niggas talk. Yo, this is Rob Dollars, man. You know you can find me on Twitter at Heat Boston and over on IG at Heat Boston 77.
Yeah. Oh, my bad, bro, but you already know who this is. This is Boston's unofficial mayor. You can catch me on IG and Snapchat, Rockberry Kid 617, you heard?
You can holler at me, Devil's Advocate, over on IG at Life Overstood. If you want to get at me on Twitter, them Twitter fingers going. It's Boston Big B. You can check the website at niggastalk.wix.com/the niggas talk. You heard?
Yeah, you already know we only dropping that exclusive shit once a month, man. So as you gonna know, niggas talk exclusive once a month. So check the social media to find out when we drop it.
Yo, and all that info's in the description down below. So just keep up with us, man. Hope you enjoyed the conversation like we enjoyed the conversation from the Kings. Salute. Come here, niggas talk. Come here, niggas talk. Listen to niggas talk.